I bullied an Asian boy relentlessly out of hatred and racism. Hello all, I have had this on my mind for some time and it's been killing me on the inside. I can't stop thinking about the pain I put this poor kid through. I was being bullied in the bathrooms every day by two kids. I ended up fighting them. We for some reason formed this strange bond and the three of us started bullying this kid. It all really starts when my dad cheated on my mom with one of my mom's best friends. After going through the pain of processing that, I just became angry at everything and all motivation to do anything with my dad was gone. It is also good information to know that my dad and the majority of my family are incredibly huge racist against anything that isn't our skin color. When I was 15 I pushed my father down the stairs while in a fight. So, my room didn't have a door because it was broken and my room was next to the bathroom. My sister was in there for a very long time and he wanted her to get out because it was around 10 p.m. But she didn't. So he looked into my room from where he was standing for a while and while I was playing a game, he pulled the wire from my mouse in a very hostile way. We then said some things to each other and I pushed him out of my room and then he tripped and fell down the stairs. Instead of helping him I felt so good and powerful, it was a scary feeling thinking back about it. That night he slept on the couch and I didn't say a word to him. The next day he went to the doctor and it turned out that he had a shifted vertebra. When I was in the 8th grade I locked a teacher outside his classroom by jamming nails and paper clips into the lock hole where you put in the key. There was a mean teacher named Mr. Smith. He was rumored to be the mean teacher on campus. I tried to test him by making him be mean to me, yell at me to try to look cool in front of the other kids to see me as brave. I could not yet. I sneaked past the teachers keeping watch because his classroom was the last one closest to the parking lot. I went around the teachers, went in and jammed paper clips and nails into the keyhole in the lock. I watched and tried to stay from a distance and watch as late as possible as the bell rang to go to class. I saw him call the janitor. I did it again like 1 to 2 more times that same day. I got into trouble and had to pay $35 to repair that lock. I also did the same thing to the custodian room. I did not get caught for that one, and I also tried to do that to the front office door. A kid was next to me and asked the other kid what is he doing? I still laugh to this day. I steal money from my parents to buy drugs, alcohol and smokes. I do not know when I started doing this, but it was probably around 2 years ago, around the time I started smoking. I was around 15 at the time. It was small stuff, $5 here and there, and I promised myself I'd put it back in the money folder as soon as I got my paycheck. I saw it kind of as a loan. Well, let's just say the time never came. It's gotten pretty out of hand. I do not do it more often, but I steal a lot more, like around $50 at a time. And in total I think I've stolen around $1,500 from my parent to feed my unhealthy coping mechanisms. I've also started doing a lot more drugs lately. It started with just smoking some pot and drinking lots of alcohol, but now I've started doing ecstasy, coke, speed, and I've been mixing them together. I'm not necessarily dependent on drugs, but I think they're fun to do and it gives me a feeling of this is so wrong, but why does it feel so right? My parents are very much against all sorts of drugs, and tell me about it all the time, and I do not feel guilty at all, but I think I should feel that way, but I just do not. I guess. In either the 2nd or 3rd grade I tried to kill a classmate. I'm 18 now and it was a while ago, so, it's hard to remember everything, but I always thought that she was super annoying, getting me in trouble and always being against me, even though we were kinda friends. We had these cups that would hang above a tap and everyone had their own, and I had just gotten bags of rat poison. These bags weren't too big, but not super small either. I opened and poured 3 bags of this in her mug. We were kids so I'm not sure, but I think it would be lethal. But what saved her was that she was about to drink it, but then poured it out to get new water. She looked at the crystals and was very confused, but just walked away. I still see her sometimes today, but the thing is, I don't feel like I regret it or similar things. The feeling of killing someone doesn't bother me. The fact that it doesn't bother me has started to become weird and kind of disturbing to me, which is confusing. I always wish I was like my friends or family, and I hate myself a lot. Like the episode, and smash the subscription button.